today we are doing a everyday makeup tutorial with using only drugstore products. Now I know when I'm actually watching a video, I do not like long intros. So I'm gonna keep this really short. I just want to add that a lot of this stuff that I already had, so I already like it. So it's not like I went out and bought this stuff and then I'm testing it out for the first time on video. Now there are certain products or certain steps that I'm not going to use drugstore products because I have set in stone what I use for certain things, like my eyebrows, for example. Oh, and my setting powder. Setting powder and my eyebrows are the only two product or steps that I will not be using drugstore. Without further ado, I'm gonna get started with this drugstore makeup tutorial. All right, for foundation, we will be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. And this has been floating all across Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, any social media. This has been the #1 drugstore foundation. This is not a drugstore product, but it is the perfect makeup sponge or makeup tool to put on your foundation. I recommend this, but if you want a drugstore dupe to this, I heard the Real Techniques brush is just as good. So we're just going to press this into our skin with our beauty blender. Alright, now that we've gotten our foundation on, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera because it is not a drugstore product. I'll be right back. Alright, now that we have our eyebrows on or done, now we're gonna move on to eyeshadow. I do not actually have a matte eyeshadow from the drugstore, but I do have my matte bronzer from NYX. So I'm going to use this as a transition shade in my crease, and we're going to put this on with a Zoeva 227 brush. Now because this is a everyday makeup look, I'm going to do something very daytime appropriate. So I'm just going to go in with this eyelid shade from the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. And we're going to pack this on our lid with a MAC 242 brush. To deepen up the crease, we're going to go in with this crease shade from the exact same palette that we just used. And I'm going to apply that shade in my crease with a Zoeva 230 brush. Now I typically do not like shimmer shades in my crease, but I'm predicting this is gonna look better than I'm expecting. Think positive. I am slick impressed by that shade. Now we're gonna go in with this brow bone shade right here. And I just want to create a little bit more dimension with my eyes. So I'm gonna pick this up on my finger, this finger right there. I'm gonna pick it up with that finger and just place it in the center of my lid. And kind of blend it to the sides very slightly. Now with a Zoeva 237 brush, we're gonna go in with this brow bone shade. And we're gonna put this right under our brow bone and in the corners of our eyes. And the purpose of putting it in the corners of our eyes is just to make our eyes appear brighter and larger. Now that we're done with eyeshadow, we're gonna move on to actually doing our liner and our eyelashes. So for liner, I am using the Rimmel London Scandalized Waterproof Kohl Liner in the shade Nude. And I'm just going to place this in my waterline, lower waterline. Okay, I lied maybe just a tad bit. We're gonna go back into eyeshadow and we're gonna use the crease shade that we used in our crease, of course. And we're gonna take a angled brush, a Zoeva 322 brush, and we're gonna place this right on our lash line. These are the lashes that we're going to be using, and I'm actually going to apply these off camera just for time concerns. And also because my camera overheats and yeah. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we've gotten on our lashes. Yeah. We're gonna move on to our under eye concealer. Well, all the places we're gonna put concealer. I'm going to mix the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer and the Maybelline Fit Me. I don't know how I got two Maybelline concealers, but I do, so I'm gonna mix both of these. So yeah. Alright, now we're going to move on to contouring, and I'm going to start by using a cream contour. Well, it's not really a contour product. It's a concealer, but I'm going to use it as my contour product, and I'm just going to put this in the hollows of my cheek. And we're just going to do a slight, very slight nose contour. And we're just going to take whatever's left over from blending our hollows of our cheek and just take it and tap it onto our forehead. I've learned that that makes my forehead contour look a whole lot better than to also put products on my forehead, because then I'm having to blend out way too much product and it takes way too much time. So just take whatever's left over in the hollow when you're blending out the hollows of your cheek and just place it on your forehead. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I will not be using a drugstore setting powder, so I'm just going to set my highlighted areas off camera. And now to set our cream contour that we did with our LA Girl concealer, we're going to use our NYX bronzer, the same bronzer we use as our transition shade, on a Morphe M178 brush, which was actually included in my most recent favorites video. So go check that out if you want to hear more about this brush, because I really like this brush. And I actually don't have a face highlighter from the drugstore, so I'm just going to go in with the same brow bone shade that we use for our inner corner and our brow bone. And I'm going to take it on the tip of my Morphe M438 brush and just put this on the highest points of my cheek. That was nice. Good job. And we're also going to take it on our finger and just put it on the tip of our nose and right in the center of our eyes. And actually, I only have drugstore blushes because I don't usually use blush. But for some reason, I'm feeling like, you know, I want to do a little blush today. So I'm going to use the NYC Cheek Glow in the shade West Side Wine. And I'm going to take it with a e.l.f. blush brush that's kind of dirty, so don't judge me. And I'm going to put it on the apples of my cheek. All right, now we're going to go in with our lip product. And when I very first started my YouTube channel, I was only using lip liner. Well, majority of the time I was only using lip liners for my lipstick. So I would fill in my whole entire lips with a lip liner, and I kind of stopped doing that. I don't know why. So we're gonna go back to it today. So I'm using the Rimmel Exaggerate lip liner in the shade Ultimate, and I'm gonna put this all over my lips. And then to create just a tad bit of dimension, we're gonna use a lighter lip liner. And I'm using a lip liner from Forever 21, which I'm kind of cheating because it's not drugstore. So I'm gonna do these and then we'll be done. Alright, that is the end of this everyday drugstore makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you give this a thumbs up and follow me on all of my social media. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and all of that will be listed in the description box, along with everything that I've used in my video. I will leave in the description box and the links as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.